Hello students, welcome to this online lecture series. In the previous lecture we have seen about the cash crops and particularly we have seen about the cotton cash crop. Today we have to see about the sugarcane. So let us see how and where the sugarcane is produced in Maharashtra. It is an important commercial crop. Commercial in the sense it is a cash crop, because I have already explained that the crop which gives a cash in terms of money, that is called as cash crop. It is also industrial crop because many industries lies in the patches of sugarcane producing area, particularly sugarcane industry, jaggery, ethanol projects, bagasse, molasses and many more, particularly that is wine also. So this crop is useful to flourish the industry, and that's why it is called as industrial crop. It is one of the leading cash crop that is generally grown in the irrigated section of western Maharashtra. The first and foremost requirement for the growing of this crop is the availability of water or availability of irrigation facility, and western Maharashtra having all this type of availability of irrigation and availability of water. That's why this part of Maharashtra is a major producing part of sugarcane in Maharashtra. It is annual crop. Once you planted the sugarcane, then there is a requirement of 12 months to grow or to mature, and that's why it is an annual crop. Maharashtra ranks second following sugarcane occupies Uttar Pradesh in India. Overall production of Uttar Pradesh is more than as compared to Maharashtra, and that's why Uttar Pradesh ranks first while as Maharashtra ranks second in the production of sugarcane. It occupies about 5,27,000 hectares of land, and this figure indicate that this is the leading crop of Maharashtra as compared to other crops. So which geographical requirements for the cultivation of sugarcane is required is there, we have to see. Let us see about the climate. It is tropical and subtropical crop. It cannot grow in the cool or the we can say in a polar zone, because there is a requirement of high temperature, and sun rays and sunshine should be there. Then there is a possibility of growing of this crop. So what about the specific temperature? It requires higher temperature, ranges between 21 to 27 degrees Celsius. A dry period is essential when the crop matures. As I already explained, 21 to 27 means a high temperature is required for the growing of this crop, and that's why there is less. If there is a less temperature, then there is no possibility of growing the cash crop, that is sugarcane. A dry period is essential when the crop matures. Means if you once you planted the cash crop or sugarcane, then there should be a dry period, because as you know that sugar is the main production of the sugarcane, and that's why to avail that level of sugar, or we can simply say it as a recovery of the crop, that recovery will be gained only if the dry period is proper dry period is there, and that's why there is a requirement of the dry period. What about rainfall? So it requires a heavy rainfall of more than 130 centimeter, but can grow in moderate rainfall area if irrigation facility is available. In the first introductory part, I already explained that it requires more water and it requires heavy rainfall, and that's why more than 130 centimeter rainfall is required for the growing of the sugarcane. But if there is no heavy rainfall, then also we can grow the sugarcane crop. But there should be a sustained and proper irrigation facility, as like Solapur, Kolhapur. These areas are actually rain shadow area. Then also the sugarcane industry is flourished due to the availability of irrigation facility. And not only this, but Ahmednagar district is even an ideal example of the sugarcane crop, wherever there is a low rainfall, but then also the availability makes them possible to produce this crop. So what about the soil? It requires fertile soil, alluvial soil, soil of limestone, clay loam, and volcanic soils are ideal. It requires too much enriched soil, means NPK, secondary nutrients and micronutrients will be at high level. Then and then it can grow, because it is an annual crop. Not only this, but the soil level, or the sugar level is maintained by this fertility, and this is a 3 to 4 year crop, and that's why the fertility of the soil should be proper or should be maintained. So enriched soil should be required, should be there for the growing of this sugarcane crop. Land. So what type of land is required for the sugarcane? Gentle slope lands are suitable for irrigation and use of machinery. As I already explained, that there is a requirement of more water, and for every watering, if there is a slope, then this makes the problem to the farmer to doing the irrigation. So gentle slope land are suitable for irrigation and use of machinery, not only for the plantation, but for the harvesting also there is a use of machinery, and that's why there should be a gentle slope. If drip irrigation facility is available, then possible to grow at uneven slope. If not only gentle slope, but somewhere there is a availability of drip irrigation, then we can spread the drip system throughout the part of field, and then we can grow a sugarcane in the undulated areas even. But there are some limitations because we require internal some functions at the time of irrigation, at the time of cultivation, and at the time of harvesting, and that's why there should be a gentle slope for the production of sugarcane. Labor force. A cheap and large labor force is required during the harvesting period. At some places, harvesters are used to cut the sugarcane, but it has limitations. As you know that for the harvesting, there should be a cheap and large labor force, and this is a very crucial issue. So for the harvesting of the sugarcane is concerned, because in the past period there was availability of huge number of laborers, but nowadays people are not ready to cut the sugarcane, and cane cutters are not ready to come for this harvesting of this crop, and that's why there is a problem of the labor, and everyone wants to do not wants to cut that sugarcane crop, and it is actually a very hard and tough job so far the overall practices are concerned, and that's why nowadays some factories have purchased their own harvesting machines, that is cane cutters, and they are used that cane cutters for the harvesting of this crop. But it has a limitation in the sense there should be a huge area of the field, above or more than 5 acre, 10 acre, and as we know that Indian farmers, particularly farmers in Maharashtra, have small patches of lands or fields, and that's why there is a limitation. And at some places there are undulations where these machines cannot reach and cannot function properly. That's why there is a limitation. So this is all about the geographical requirement for the sugarcane production. So let us see how is the distribution and production of sugarcane. Maharashtra contains more sucrose than other parts of Maharashtra. As I already explained, sugar is the most important part or the production which we get from the sugarcane, and other are byproducts, means molasses, ethanol, bagasse, wine, and even jaggery. That is already byproduct. But sugarcane is important, and that's why sucrose determines lactose, sucrose, and another things are there, another contents are there in the sugarcane, but sucrose determine how much amount of sugar will be produced or will be there in the sugarcane. That's why sucrose content determine how much amount of production we will get after the production of sugarcane. And but in Maharashtra, contents of sucrose is more as compared to other part of India. Sugar factories are flourished in Maharashtra are on cooperative basis. Private factories also have important role. As we know the history of Maharashtra, Maharashtra is a state where cooperative sector is too much flourished. Not only in the cooperative societies, but cooperative bank and cooperative sugar mills are there throughout the part of Maharashtra. And if we see the overall development of cooperative factories in the Maharashtra, they are in the well status or in the well stage, which contribute their role in the development of sugar factories or sugar industry. Not only cooperative factories, but private factories also have important role. Sugarcane is concentrated in western Maharashtra. Sangli, Satara, Kolhapur, Solapur districts have a concentration of sugarcane factories in Maharashtra. This is the core part. This is the core part of sugarcane production in Maharashtra. All the river basins, Godavari, Bhima, Krishna grows sugarcane, but it is mainly concentrated in canal areas and well irrigated areas. As I already explained that water is required for the production of sugarcane, and wherever there is a canal irrigation, there is a patches or there is a concentration of these sugarcane production. Godavari Pravana canal irrigation zone of Nasik district and northern parts of Maharashtra, Nira right and left bank canal of Pune district. Wherever there is a canal irrigation, there is a concentration of sugarcane production. Not only this canal irrigation, but somewhere there is a wells and tube wells, there is the possibility to grow the sugarcane. Farmers are producing more sugarcane in the parts of Maharashtra because this is the secure, this is the crop which is giving certain amount of cash, certain amount of production, and that's why most of the farmers are preferring for the production of sugarcane. These factories are highly responsible for urban growth in sugarcane areas. Wherever there is a factories established in the part of Maharashtra, there is a development of urban areas. The ideal examples of these are Pravaranagar, Shivajinagar, Varnanagar, Walchandnagar are the places which expands mainly due to the cultivation of sugarcane. Sugarcane is also useful for making jaggery. Kolhapur ranks first in the production of jaggery. As I already explained, jaggery is also one important production by which we can develop jaggery. That is the main producing area is Kolhapur, and it ranks first in the Maharashtra. There are various research centers developed by the government of Maharashtra, and particularly the that is agricultural universities. Manjri, Haveli at Pune, Padegaon, which is located in Indapur Tahsil of Pune district, and Kolhapur, which is located in the Kharvir of Kolhapur district. So this is all about the production and distribution of sugarcane in Maharashtra. So today we stop here. Thank you very much.